Hello, dear viewers, and welcome back to the channel, where we take a thoughtful and deep dive into the lives and decisions of the British royal family. Today, we are tackling a subject that has been whispered in the corridors of power and discussed intensely in the media over the past few months: the possibility of an abdication by King Charles III. Before we delve into the weighty opinions of one of Britain's most respected historians, please take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss our updates. Your support truly helps us keep bringing you these detailed royal analyses. The health of King Charles III has naturally become a focal point of public interest following his recent cancer diagnosis. While the palace has maintained a careful balance between transparency and privacy, the mere mention of the word cancer in relation to a reigning monarch inevitably triggers historical echoes and, perhaps more significantly for our modern times, prompts speculation about the future stability of the crown. This speculation reached a significant peak recently when royal presenter Dan Wootton dedicated an entire segment on his popular YouTube account, Dan Wootton Outspoken, to dissecting this very sensitive matter. He assembled a distinguished panel, but the conversation was overwhelmingly dominated by the profound and historically grounded insights of historian and well-known radio presenter David Starkey. Starkey, known for his sharp intellect and unvarnished perspective on royal history, immediately set a powerful tone by drawing a direct and perhaps uncomfortable parallel between King Charles III's current situation and the hidden struggles faced by his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II. It is crucial to remember, as Starkey pointed out, that the Queen, too, battled her own serious health challenges in profound secrecy during the final years of her extraordinarily long reign. Starkey began his comparison by reminding the audience of a period many have perhaps forgotten or never fully acknowledged. There were rumors, he stated emphatically, and there were more than rumors, swirling around London for at least 3 years before she died, that she had cancer of the spine. He then posed a rhetorical question that cut straight to the heart of the monarchy's public relationship with private suffering. Did we really want that publicly rehearsed? Starkey suggested that the public clamor for minute-by-minute updates on the sovereign's health must be balanced against the sovereign's own perspective and dignity. He emphasized, "I think it's also very important that we look at her view." Queen Elizabeth II's view, as Starkey articulated it, was rooted deeply in her unshakable sense of duty. She viewed the monarchy not merely as a job or a position of privilege, but as a sacred, binding commitment. She saw it as her job having sworn that oath as queen, Starkey elaborated, highlighting that this was an oath she upheld and honored until the bitter end. This leads us to the crucial psychological assessment of the current king. If the late queen felt such an overwhelming obligation to continue, where does King Charles III stand? Starkey believes that Charles is, if anything, even more dedicated to this principle of lifelong service. "I think she did it because she wanted to do it, because she believed in it. I think Charles possibly feels, I would argue, feels even stronger," the historian asserted. This deeply ingrained sense of duty is not just a historical footnote. It is the most powerful predictor of Charles's future actions. Based on this understanding of the sovereign's character and commitment, Starkey offered his clear hypothesis on how King Charles III's reign will ultimately unfold. "My view is that he will, like his mother, he'll want to continue to the end, and he will behave as he does now," Starkey admitted, signaling his belief that the current king will follow the precedent set by Elizabeth II, prioritizing the crown's stability over personal ease or premature retirement. Starkey anticipates that Charles will approach his duties with the same stoicism of the Queen. Stoicism, that quiet, enduring resolve in the face of adversity, is a hallmark of the modern British monarchy. However, Starkey noted a subtle yet profound emotional layer in Charles's current public appearances that differentiates him slightly from his famously inscrutable mother. He observed, "There's an extraordinary eloquent sadness about them, and I find it very, very moving." This sadness, perhaps stemming from the swift abbreviation of a reign that was wished for and awaited for so long, adds a layer of poignant humanity to the king's public endurance. Now, let us turn to the central question driving the media frenzy. Why is abdication being discussed, and what does David Starkey think of the idea itself? Starkey was dismissive of the entire premise of abdication, challenging the underlying assumption that it would benefit the nation or the monarchy. He clapped back sharply at the suggestion by asking the critical question, what do we gain from it? He argues forcefully that there is simply no compelling reason for the king to step aside. His rationale is grounded in the observation of the king's current capacity and performance. The king clearly is pacing himself, Starkey noted, acknowledging the necessity of adjusting the sovereign's schedule during treatment. Crucially, however, Starkey stressed that the king shows no signs of mental decline. This distinction between physical ailment and mental fitness is vital in the context of royal duties. The formal and constitutional responsibilities of the sovereign require alertness, judgment, and clear mental health, qualities which King Charles clearly continues to possess. Starkey concluded his powerful argument with a definitive statement on the king's anticipated path. While acknowledging the limits of public knowledge regarding the precise nature of the king's health, he stated, "We can only speculate, but I think he will drain the glass as he wishes and as he wills, and I suppose as he would say, as God wills. There is no reason whatever to abdicate." This phrase, "drain the glass," is immensely evocative, suggesting a commitment to fulfilling one's life's purpose completely, right down to the last drop. It implies a deep personal resolve that transcends political convenience or public pressure. Before concluding his participation in the panel discussion, Starkey reiterated his core belief regarding King Charles's ability to govern and the dignity with which he is doing so, even under the shadow of illness. He is perfectly capable, in good mental health, of discharging the formal duties of sovereign, and he continues to do it with dignity, the historian confirmed. Starkey then offered a final, touching reflection on the historical context of Charles's time on the throne. The reign of Charles III was preceded by the longest in British history, a period of 70 years during which he served as the heir apparent. His ascension was a moment of profound national significance, a culmination of decades of preparation. To see that long-hoped-for reign potentially curtailed or prematurely ended by ill health or abdication strikes Starkey as tragic. He described the current situation as a kind of act of a reign that was so long wished for and hoped for, so quickly abbreviated. His final plea, therefore, was one of patience and respect for the natural order of things, urging the public and commentators alike to allow the king the time and space to fulfill his destiny as sovereign. "I think let it find its natural end," he concluded. This comprehensive analysis by David Starkey provides a deeply historical and character-driven counter-argument to the ongoing media narrative about abdication. It reminds us that the modern British monarchy, despite its evolution, still operates under a profound sense of religious and constitutional duty, a duty that King Charles III appears fully committed to upholding, just as his mother did before him. The concept of a monarch simply retiring for health reasons is fundamentally at odds with the oath sworn at the accession. The king's stoicism, perhaps tinged with that eloquent sadness, Starkey observed, is not a sign of weakness but a testament to his resolve. He is pacing himself, yes, but he is fundamentally continuing to serve, ensuring that the continuity and stability of the crown remain paramount during this challenging time. What this means for the monarchy is clear. We should expect King Charles III to maintain his position as sovereign until the very end, adjusting his schedule as necessary, but never relinquishing the constitutional responsibilities that he waited so long to assume. This event certainly gives us much to reflect upon regarding the definition of duty in the 21st century and how we, the public, should respond to the private struggles of our public figures. We would love to hear your thoughts on this complex and sensitive matter. Do you agree with David Starkey that King Charles III will continue his reign to the end, mirroring the dedication of his mother? Or do you believe that modern times call for a different approach to the monarchy and health? Please share your opinions in the comments section below. Your insights and historical perspectives are always valued here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for our next celebrity and royal update, where we will continue to bring you detailed and historically informed analysis. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.